Hello everyone, my name is Rafra, the education wala, and I am a level 2 student at Rehan College. So today I have the opportunity to present my review of the TEDx talk, The Broken Promise of Education by Michael Trezza. In this presentation, I will briefly explain the speaker main message, analyze his key arguments, and share my personal opinion and discuss what lesson we as a student can learn from this inspiring talk. So without further ado, let's begin. Education is always been considered the foundation of success since childhood. Many of us have heard the same message: study hard, earn good grades, get university degree, and you will have a successful career. This idea has left the dreams of millions of students around the world. However, in today's talk, which is there is a important question: uh, does the does this promise still hold true in today's world? According to him, the answer is not always. He argues that while education is extremely valuable, the traditional system is no longer preparing students for the re- rapidly changing demands of the modern world. So the central message of this data is that the promise of education has been broken not because education is useless, but because the world has changed faster than education system. In this past, earning degree often granted stable and financial security today. However, many graduate and complete their education with excellent academic records, but they still struggle to find meaningful employment. So, which is there is an explain that employers are no longer looking only for degrees. Instead, they will want people who can think critically, solve problems, communicate effectively, and work in team and adapt the change. This means that academic knowledge alone is no longer enough. So, key point the first important point is that school focus too much memorization and explanation. Many students spend years preparing for tests instead of learning how to real life problem. As a result, they become successful classroom but unprepared when they enter the workplace. Second, university provide theoretical knowledge, but employees often expansion, practical experience, creative leadership, communication skill, and digital competence. So this much critical deponent among the graduates who believe that degree alone will secure this future. So, in my opinion, which there are as important issues that affect a student worldwide in many countries, including Pakistani students, often thoughts that obtaining a university degree is the final decision. However, today reality is different. Employees now value practical experience, communication skills, teamwork, and creativity in leadership and adaptability, just much academic qualification. This TEDx talk reminds us that success depends not only what we know but also on how effectively we apply our knowledge in real life situation. I also appreciate that the speaker does not criticize education itself. Instead, he encourages us to improve it so that the student can get with both knowledge and critical skill. This balanced precision makes his arguments more convincing. After watching this TEDx talk, I learned survival valuable lesson. First, I realized that earning good grades should not be my only goals. I should also focus on developing communication skills, leadership, teamwork, digital and literacy, and problem-solving abilities. Second, I learned the learning is a lifelong journey. Even after completing college or university, we must continue learning thoughts and books, online course, practical experience, and new opportunities. Finally, I understand that success is not defined only by certificates or degree. Real success comes from continued human adaptability and willingness to keep learning. The conclude the broken promise of education is power and thought provoking TED talk which Teresa challenges us rethink or understanding of education and reminds the people of learning is not simply to earn critical but the prepare ourselves of real life. His message encourage educational institute to evolve and encourage students to become lifelong learners. We are ready to face the challenges of the future. Personally, I found this talk highly inspired because it shifts all forward from qualificating and qualifications to building skill, character, and lifelong learning habits. I strongly recommend this talk to every student because with this other valuable insights into the future of education and career development. Thank you for all your time and attention. I hope found my review informative and meaningful. Have a great day.